if you want to create a myBiros job definition, you can click on Create New Job Definition and of course search for myBiros. When you will click on myBiros, it will be prompted here on the workspace area with the myBiros UI. It is composed by just two tabs, the connection tab where you need to specify some connection info like the endpoint that you need to hit, exposed by myBiros of course, and the API key, which is again offered by myBiros. By simply providing these two fields, you can test the connection. So the endpoint is reachable, as you can see. The username is of course related to the API key, but it is not mandatory to specify it. It is just related to HWA, for example. Under the action tab, we have local user and local password that are just used for impersonating another user. In this case, I am just using the default user of the agent, so I'm not providing anything. While the file path, of course, needs to be provided in order to give myBiros the possibility to process this file, of course. The search button can be used to search for potential files at the path that you specify. In this case, I specified the scenario folder under this path, where I have all of these files. For example, let's say that I want to specify this expense that I want to make processed by myBiros. I will click OK, and the expense will be put here together with the full path. In this case, I want to use a PDF, which I know is called 9pages.pdf, which is here. You can imagine that myBiros process documents in many formats like PDFs, PNGs, JPEGs, or JPGs. It is used to extract interesting information from each page of the PDF or from the single PNG, for example. You can, for example, go here on the demo on the internet by signing up with your personal email address if you want to retrieve test documents from here. As you can see, there are many types of documents that you could use, from identity cards to receipts or vehicle registration documents. Or you can go directly here on the documentation to see in details what the plugin is doing, basically, because from here I have inspired myself for the developing of the plugin. Then what we could do now is to save the job and see what happens when I submit it into the plan. Let's see basically how the plugin works. Okay, it is successful. Let's see what we got on the job log. In this case, the PDF was composed by 9 pages, as you can see, because from all the extracted properties, I have a progressive integer, okay, from 1 up to 9. So it means that these are the properties extracted from all the pages of the PDF, from the first page to the 9th. For the first page, we have just one property, which is the OCR, okay, which is simply the union of all the words appearing in that PDF. Actually, I can also try to retrieve it. Let's see if I am able to retrieve the PDF. Here it is. Okay, for example, this is the 9 pages PDF that it is on the dynamic agent that I'm using. This is a driving license, an Italian driving license. And as you can see, for example, there are all these words, basically, where the union is this one. Okay, of course, in this case, it is meaningless, but you can imagine that there could be documents where this could have more sense. For example, a scan of a PNG where you have a written sentence. Okay, then of course we are able to extract from other documents information like the vendor name or the time, the currency, also fiscal code, the residence, as you can see, up to the last page, of course. And obviously, all of these will be provided as output property with the same exact key, as you can see, together with the OCR. And also there will be a big response that is a JSON. This is the response output property, which is a JSON. You can imagine that that is all the JSON, the entire JSON that you are getting from myBiros. Also, there is the possibility to get information related to the document classification. In this case, the trial does not allow us to do this.